been a while since I did one of these face to camera videos because I've been quite busy in the lead up to Christmas. Hello, Riley. He loves attention. But anyway, I thought in the absence of any unboxings to do, I thought it would be interesting to share with you some interesting things that I found last time I went to the Works. If you've seen my history haul, you know how I feel about the Works. I love the Works. It's great for books and for art supplies, everything that you could use to make objects. But recently I became aware that they were selling kits, a Wicca kit, a tarot kit, a crystal grid kit, aromatherapy, chakras, basically just boxed items for Christmas as a gift. And recently these were £7 each, or 2 for £10. So I swung by and got 2 of them today. I did actually want to get the crystal one in addition to obviously the Wicca one, but they did not have it. So I had to settle for getting this one, which is the moon, or the power of the moon, sorry, and the nature of Wicca. So as you can see, it's a boxed kit. It contains some items, I don't know what, because I literally just grabbed these and ran out of the shop. I did pay for them. But my dad was double parked outside and I was just like, just while we're quickly near town, can I stop and get these so I don't have to make a separate trip? And now I'm going to open them and see what's inside, see if these are worth £7 each, £10 for 2. And, you know, if you see these in obviously the post-Christmas sale for less, if they're worth your money. So, without further ado, I'm going to rip into the Wicca one first. So obviously if you're interested in sort of subscription boxes and things like that, this isn't that, but it is, you know, a cheap item that you could have. Okay, so inside this cardboard box we have that's it. We have The Nature of Wicca, the book. This doesn't have a separate price on the back, but appears to be sort of a magazine thickness book. And then included with the kit we get a single candle, which I need to remove from this like plastic thing. A single sort of tea light sized candle in what I'm assuming is a heat-proof plastic casing. A pentacle necklace, pendant, which feels sort of like one of those ones that you'd buy to use in a craft project. It's not that heavy, there's not a lot to it, but you get a pentacle and whatever this is. Oh, okay, 26 oracle cards. Ah, that's already in there. Oh! There we go. You were no help. This deck of 26 oracle cards in a little cardboard box. And these are quite flimsy cardstock, I would say, sort of like the cover of a magazine thickness, barely card at all, but they seem to be a combination of the compass points, the elements, planets and the sun, spring, summer, autumn, winter, rocks, trees. And just to read what it says on the sun. The sun is the bringer of life. It is an energising, active, dynamic force whose light is necessary for well-being and makes us feel brighter, happier and healthier. Life is automatically connected to its cycles, the seasons of the year and the shifting rhythm of daylight. By drawing this card, you're invited to use the energies of the sun when practising magic for personal healing, good fortune in all areas of life, health, success and prosperity, all for a new impulse to assist your life. You may also want to consider tailoring your activities to suit the cycle of the sun. To me that doesn't really sound like an oracle deck, that just is sort of like a list of magical things that you can do using the sun. So I guess in terms of like flashcard learning, these are pretty useful. And there's like a little guide of daily meditation, 1 card reading, 3 card reading and reading for another person. So we have those. Get back in there. Arr. Okay, and then we have The Nature of Wicca, the book. It says, begin harnessing the power of the natural world with the nature of Wicca. Wicca is the practice of natural magic in harmony with the spirit world and allows you to bring together aspects of imagination, intuition, emotion and myth in order to create positive outcomes for yourself and eventually others. So in here we have some interesting information. Let's go through. So we have a contents page, breaks it down into magic and the sacred tradition, magical tools, planning and preparation, spell weaving, which is quite a large section, the art of divination, developing the super senses, and then the glossary. So quite a lot of stuff. Wicca is a modern form of witchcraft that venerates nature, created in the 1950s by Gerald Gardner. I'm sorry I say Gerald, so weird. Ignore that. Ceremony of Druid angels, guardian angels, magical tools, some quite nice pictures in there. Okay, so it seems like this is pretty comprehensive. There's a lot of interesting spells and ideas in here. It talks about runes. Kind of a basic introduction to a lot of things. Plus the candle, the teeny tiny pentacle, which I'm not gonna lie is kind of cute. I might put that on my book of shadows. And the oracle / flashcards. And then in Power of the Moon, let's see what we get inside. The setup seems much the same. We've got the Book of Moon Magic. The moon's mystical influence on the tides and water have made it a symbol of fertility, regeneration and wild natural power for millennia. Now you can discover more about this bewitching celestial body, its natural energy and impact in your own life. So I'll have a look through that in a second. With it we only get two things, whereas in the Wicca thing you get that little candle as well. But you get this stone, which does not feel like a stone, it feels like a piece of glass. And it's kind of warm to the touch, suggesting that it is not a real stone, but we'll have a look at what the book says that is. And we get another deck of cards. 26 lunar oracle cards. Ooh. Let's have a look at what these look like. I imagine they're sort of pretty much of a muchness. Oh, okay, these are quite nice actually, I prefer these. They're still the same like cardstock, which is a bit flimsy, but they are moon phases, which is quite pretty. And then we have like the moon in Gemini, the moon in the different signs. And then just some cards to do with, I guess, different moon animals. Because you've got the wolf, the hare, frog, cat, cow, owl, and then the blue moon. So I actually like that deck more just because I like the lunar imagery a little bit more. There. Let's see what this book says. So this seems to be, okay, a lot of stuff about the moon. Shocking. So you've got moon facts, myths and legends, goddesses, angels of the moon, animal totems of the moon, moon signs, lunar wheel of the year, different things about the phases, correspondences for plants, colours, numerology, tarot, crystals, a medicine, sacred dreams, etc. So yeah, a little bit of stuff about the moon. Seems like kind of going all over the world with the moon legends. because you've got like Aztec, Sumerian, different kinds of things. Here we have some of the animals to do with the moon. The book itself isn't as interesting, I don't think, as the Wicca one. Although it is interesting to like have like full pages on the moon signs. If you weren't like really in the know about astrology, this could be like a really good place to start. And there's a little how-to for creating like a water garden feature out of clay. So some of this stuff is really interesting. I've just got into the bit about crystals, so I'm hoping it will tell us which this is supposed to be. It's been on the windowsill and it's still not cold. It doesn't say or have a picture. Okay. What does the box say? It just says, including beautiful stone. It says, and on the back it says, a beautiful inspirational stone. It doesn't say what kind it's meant to be. And in the picture it's sort of opaque, whereas this is pretty clear. It kind of looks like, I guess, opalite, but it has bubbles in it, which suggests that it was like made of glass, like cast from like glass or resin or something. Don't know. What do you think? Do you think it smells like ham? Okay. So there's that. So, out of the two kits, which do I prefer? That's a tough one. Let's start. Do I think these are worth £7 each? No, I don't think they're worth £7 each. Do I think they're worth £10 for two of them? Maybe. It depends. Obviously for that you do get 2 books and 2 decks of oracle cards. They're not very big decks of oracle cards, but if you're just getting started then you're well away. I don't really rate the candle, the possible glass stone and the little pentacle charm as items to include. Obviously they're meant to be quite cheap items to include, but it's not that great, I don't think. The Wicca one, it could have come with like a notebook to be your first book of shadows. I think that would have been quite nice, and you know, a bit more worthwhile. So those little bits go to one side. But yeah, I think if you can find these at your local The Works or online in the Boxing Day sale, and you can get hold of, you know, 2 for a £5, you know, then it is well worth your while, because you do get books with information in, pretty basic information, but a good resource for just quick referencing really. And if you haven't got like a beginner book, then this could get you started on a lot of things to do with like divination. You've got like full page guides to like what the runes mean and what they look like, which is always a useful reference to have. And like how to do a rune spread. This is information that I actually don't see in Wicca 101 books sometimes, so it does seem like there's quite a lot in here. Obviously I'm not going to read the full thing to do this, but there's instructions here for like drawing down the moon and other things. So it does seem to be pretty clued up on Wicca. It doesn't seem to have anything in here about the burning times, which is always a good sign. So if you have like a young witch in your life, you could probably do worse than getting one of these kits. Or if you're sort of thinking of adding to your own collection, maybe it wouldn't be as worth it if you don't really need the 101 books. But for instance, the tarot one comes with a full tarot deck and a book about tarot, which, you know, for £5 if you're doing the 210, it is sort of is worth it. The crystal one I think comes with like 6 different crystals, a crystal grid and a book about crystals. So for getting started in a specific area or as like an extra stocking stuffer, it could do worse. Packaging wise, I'm quite pleased because this cardboard box is recyclable. It doesn't have like a plastic window in it, and although it does come with this piece of plastic inside, that's literally the extent of the plastic packaging in there. So if they could do without this whole blister pack situation, and maybe just do like a little bit in front, or like a little pod with the thing in. That would be better, but I'm not mad about it. So I hope this has been helpful to you. I'm just going to stop waving these around now. And make sure to check back in with me in the new year. I've got a lot of stuff planned, a lot of videos going on. And let me know if you see any more kits like this out and about in different shops, because I'd love to give them a look-see. But in the meantime, I'll see you in the next one. Bye! What do you think this is?